Go.
Hello everyone. So continuing our journey of interviewing an entrepreneur, now I have a very special guest for all of you. A name which need no introduction. He is one of the poster boy of our college, our TBI as well as of Uttarakhand, and now he is actually shining pretty big on the international platform. I'm very happy to say that he is being representing India on the World Economic Forum for continuously 2 consecutive years. And got an honor to get recognized and appreciated by our own PM Narendra Modi sir. And with that particular thing, I would like to introduce Rajat. Hi Rajat, how are you?
Hi sir, thank you very much for this special introduction. Doing well.
It's always a pleasure to interact with you. This is the first time we are interacting over the Zoom call. Otherwise, we are just sitting next to each other's office. The whole idea of this particular thing, Rajat, as you were aware that we are conducting this interaction so that these new students who have joined us can get an idea of what the things are happening, what is entrepreneurship, what is startup. And I consider you are quite a seasoned person in this particular field, which can give a very real-hand experience. And one more reason of conducting this event was so that students get to know the real story rather than the glossy picture which they find in the news, in the media and stuff like that. But also not scare them too much. So it should be a real experience for them. So with that particular thing, I leave this platform to you, Rajat. Please introduce us and let us know a little bit about your venture. Then we'll talk about other things as well. All yours.
Okay. So I'll directly try to interact with the audience. Hi everyone, I am Rajat. I am founder of Sunfox Technologies. Sunfox Technologies is a medtech research and development company with an idea to create a minimalistic, frugal, and portable medical devices which can actually create an impact on the masses. So I'll tell you a little bit about the story, how we started, and where we want to go actually. So when I was my college, so we were see every day most of the people die from heart attack every year, and we don't know whether it is a heart attack or we don't know whether people which are having any cardiac disease in the very early stage. So everybody is carrying a smartphone in the pocket, and so same I was also carrying. But when I was young, I had a computer at my home with 1 GB of RAM, and it is a like Pentium 4 computer. And now I'm having a phone with 8 GB of RAM. So I thought, if my phone is 8 times faster than my computer, so why can't we use this, smartphone for very special purposes, which can actually help us to save lives. So this is how we started. Just after my graduation, I started this company with a team of like 5 people. So I've got some seasoned people who were experienced in their field, and also some of my colleagues who were there in my graduation with me. So we started developing portable devices, and we have invented world's smallest, smartest, and probably the cutest ECG machine. This device is so small that it can be fitted inside a metro, and you actually can use it with your smartphone to monitor your heart, to pre-predict the disease like in the early stage. And you can also now monitor your heart rate variability and a detailed assessment of the heart just on your smartphone. You don't need to visit a doctor every time. And yeah.
Great. So that was the very brief introduction which you have given. Thank you, Rajat. I know there's a lot which goes into it, and in this course of our interview, we will dig all the things up and back. So guys, as you guys know that, Rajat and his company, sunfox.in, you can check it out, has developed a world's smallest ECG machine. Rajat, do you have it by any chance with you as of now? Can you just show it?
I don't have right here with
Doesn't
me.
matter.
I'll project a video if you want me to introduce with the product.
Sure. So moving on to the next thing, Rajat, I would just like to have this for the benefit of all the viewers. You also know, because you are being a part of TBI from the very starting that particular case. Most of the people or the student always come up with this dilemma that I have a great idea. I don't want to even disclose to anyone, because if I disclose, then my secret goes out. And they remain confined, not ready to talk to anyone, not really. So I just wanted to know your thought about ideas are overrated, or if it is that your idea and you have that particular thing, how a student who is having the sitting and viewing your interview should take it forward. What is your take on that?
So most of the things which I'll be talking about here are my personal experience and what I have seen like as a part of this journey. So when I was a student, again the same thing. When one day I was wondering, okay, this can be done. Then I thought, oh my God, this is a $1 billion idea, and I cannot actually I will develop this idea and I will not share it with, and it will maybe make me next Bill Gates. And this is how fascinating we are when we are the students. So, and this is the same journey with everybody. Everybody here, see themselves as the next Mark or next Bill Gates. So the same thing I have been, I was facing, and I was in the same shoes. Then then I got to know, like, if you have the idea, and if you just just go and Google it. So the first thing is how deep you dive into your search engine. That is actually important. And most of the people are actually not deep diving. So that is a a bigger problem if you see. Okay, so most of the thing, if I take a reference of the people, okay, ideas are actually overrated, and most things, if we see, uh, all of the ideas are good. Some of them have already executed, which we don't know. Some of them are parallelly being executed, okay, and some of them are futuristic. And you can actually categorize all of the idea. कोई आइडिया आज की डेट में अच्छा है, कोई 5 साल पहले अगर होता तो ज्यादा बेटर होता, और कोई आने वाले 5 साल बाद एप्लीकेबल होगा. तो आज में सारी चीजों को एग्जीक्यूट करना इज नॉट दैट वी कैन नॉट एक्चुअली मेजर ऑन अ सेम लेवल. And the most thing, the first thing I was learned when I was starting this journey, that your idea is just like 3 to 5% of the whole game. Rest 95% is the execution and how smartly you can execute it. So that is important. If you can take example of any of the startup which is there in the market. So for an example, take an example of Ola and Uber. Okay, so almost ideas are same, but the way they have been executed the idea, and the way they have been able to market themselves for a different geographical location, that is actually important. And you can take any of the examples. So my first advice to the entrepreneurs, to the budding entrepreneurs, or to the students who are actually getting the idea, first you have to discuss the idea with the people. If you are not discussing your idea, you will not be knowing more about it. So for an example, if I come to you and I discuss any of my idea, you might be aware of any similar idea before, which you have heard, or maybe because you are playing a part of ecosystem. So this is how, if we are talking to the people, so this is how we get to know more about it. The idea, we can nurture the idea in a well manner. But even if we are not discussing the idea, so then we will not get to know more about those things. The second thing, on the idea only, so nobody can steal your idea, that is for sure. Even if I'm disclosing any of my products with you right here, and you try to make that possible, or you are trying to execute that, so you cannot actually copy my idea fully. You can just see the outlines which I'm telling you right here. Okay, so, and the third thing, if somebody is scared in that way, so there are ways to disclose idea without disclosing the IP inside it. So for an example, if I'm saying I have developed the ECG machine, what you can do with that idea? You cannot do anything without the execution plan, how I am executing. So these all things are important.
Great, well said, well said. Because it values a lot when it comes from a person like you who has gone and went into that particular direction. So that brings me to the next question, Rajat, is when you have been in this journey, right? You have been a student, then you graduated, then you have a dilemma whether to take a job and start in that particular case. Then the fear of failure, that what if I try and I'm not going to get into that particular. I'm thinking that most of the student or most of the viewer who is watching this particular thing always lie out in this particular dilemma. What if I fail? What if this is there now? So, madam, I would like to hear and you to share your peace of mind. Madam, I would request you to rewind yourself, going into those areas, and when you are starting this particular, I'm damn sure this fear must have also haunted you. People must have told you that don't do this, ye wo, flan, dekana. But what keep you going, and what is your take on the fear of failure, if you may share?
Okay. So I'll talk about two things here. The first thing, how I was experiencing the failure, how I was, seeing it as a part of, the upcoming failure. Okay, or how I see it right now. So I'll talk about these things. The first thing is, when we graduate as a student, okay, what we have to lose. So if you try to measure, say for an example, you are, standing on a position, right? So at least if you start and, if you fail, so make sure, you can just, imagine that you are going to fail. Okay. So just tell me, if you are sitting at some location, definitely after your failure, you are not going back to that position at least. You will, point zero, you will at least, cover a journey at least for a meter, for an example. So if you are here, so you will, go ahead. You were definitely not going, below that point. So that is the first thing. If we start as a, student, we don't have responsibility in such a manner which you will be having after 10 years. So if you are planning to start after 10 years, definitely you will be having masses attached with you. And then the risk which is, associated with your action, that is actually more. That is first thing. The second thing, when we see the failure, so हम लोगों का एक हम लोगों की जो टीम थी, हम लोगों का एक बहुत सिंपल सा एक प्रोसेस होता था, एक आप कह सकते हैं कि एक कोट होता था कहने के लिए कि हमारे पास खोने के लिए क्या है. So for an example, if I start, I spend, end up with spending some of the money even. Okay. So at least I'm going to get some experience. I'm going to build my network, and I will be able to pivot my business if if I see my business is going into a failure kind of situation. Okay. So when you start, make sure with the extreme honesty, you are executing whatever you have in your mind, and don't worry about failure. When you will be on your next point after your 3 years or 5 years, you will see things differently, and this is what makes you different being an entrepreneur.
Well said. Well said. Exactly. And this is actually the crux point, because I have heard, and you also know that particular thing, that many people just hesitate to start because the fear of failure. And as you correctly said, the best time to start is when you are in the college itself. So your expectation is less, and nobody is counting or looking on you in that particular case, and you can try out all the things until you reach out to the one thing which you want to do. Okay. That brings me to a
So it is not like if we have to start when we are in the college, that is the best time. We cannot actually give the nomenclature, but yeah, there are some pros and cons. But when we are in the college, this is more easy to start, as compared with your, middle age, basically. So for example,
the comfort zone. Yeah, I totally understand. Yes, but these kids are yet not to visualize that what is that comfort zone and stuff like that. They would be more visualizing what you are talking. Okay, so I think it is very. Now coming to that particular point, Rajat, the role of the team. Okay, because I know you started and then you have built up a beautiful team. I also would like you to throw some light on that. and also to the point that some of your team member, okay, the initial one, even when they go out, they get observed in very good companies. So, I just wanted to understand and let these students understand that how good it is to be a part of or not to be a part of startup, because it actually have a long impact on them. And not everyone can be a founder, okay? Still, the team is equally important. So if you can throw some light on the team dynamics, that would be very nice.
Okay, so team is the you can say the platform on which a startup is actually happening. So if you don't have a team, so I have not seen even a single startup which is working without a team, or the founder itself is trying to execute everything. So if specifically if you are into hardware, if you are into technology company, so then you have to have a very strong dynamic team which is actually the passionate enough to take any of the risk which is you can see coming. So you know and the second thing which you said, not everybody can be the founder, and this is very true, because for founder it takes a lot of things, not just a leadership quality. You should be able to have that vision. You should be having that risk taking capabilities. Then you should be having those team running, and the can say the driving capabilities, where you can actually consolidate many different people and gems, and then drive them to achieve towards your goal. So if even if you are a part of a founding team or an early team of a startup, okay, so you learn many of these things which are you will never learn in the corporate. For an example, if you come join as a business team, okay, as a part of business team, so then here in the company, in the startup, when you are in the very early stage, you are trying to place a product in the market. You understand how to see a very new market which is not already there. If you compare it with the corporate, they see a market which is already there. Okay. Second thing, you can understand the dynamics of the business, how to place a new product into the market, and how the people behave, and how they respond back to you. And these things you cannot never learn as a new product, or in a very young age in the corporate. And the second thing, corporates need such people. If you are a part of startup and you have honestly learned a lot of things, you end up with doing a couple of experiments as per your respective domain. So corporates are desperate to hire such people who know a lot of things, because in
Yes.
startups team wear multiple hats. So at the same time you're also running the sales, at the same time you're taking care of the marketing strategy, you're also taking care of the customer response, feedback, market research, then product packaging, how your products cost should be optimized, how you should extend your revenues, and a lot of other things. And then
You
at
know
the
the whole
same time
life
you're
cycle
also,
of
yeah, exactly. So such people can actually place themselves in a leadership role in the corporate. So that is the point of learning.
Yeah, well said, well said. Because the guys learn the whole cycle of the product, how it goes, how it takes, and things like that. Coming to the next point, because Rajat, you are one of the senior most startup in our state, and you have get an opportunity to interact with Honorable Prime Minister Sir, and also represented our country on the World Economic Forum. So now coming to some rosy point and some things to aspire for, because you talked about all the thing, all the challenges which you have faced in that particular. Now a little bit of kick which you get when you get this opportunity, share with them so that they are also looking forward to. I know the big money is yet to come, which will come for sure. But even in the path, you are achieving quite a good success. Please share a little bit of that with the crowd.
Okay. So, I was somebody who was actually going, in a kind of fog. Okay. I was not able to see, very fast. Okay. This is how we started. And again, the same thing which we have learned from a lot of people. that if you focus on your journey step by step to go ahead, then things will get clear. So it's an honor for us that we have represented India among top 100 new champion startups across the globe by World Economic Forum. And very it's a very recent achievement that we have been also selected to represent India and to be a part of Grand Challenge by Gates Foundation. And we have also selected to be published by them. They'll be actually publishing our work. And apart from that, we have also we have been appreciated multiple times by Honorable Prime Minister himself, and we have been selected to represent India in front of the delegation, the US delegation led by Honorable US President Donald Trump, to represent India's most innovative technologies to him during his last visit. And
very good, very good.
Yeah. So, like, it's a continuing journey. We are actually trying to follow more things.
Rajat, that's great. Now coming to that particular thing, because you are being a part of the system for quite a long time, we are also running a lot of time, so I will bring you on this particular thing. What is the role of an incubator into a life journey of a startup? Why anyone would be looking forward to, and what are the things which incubator can and should do to help these new venture which is coming in? So if you can bridge a gap, because you know both sides of the story. You are the one person who has worked as a core team of the TBI as well, and you are the one who is as a beneficiary as well. So please highlight and let the people know that what is the role of an incubator and technology business incubator, Graphic Era University as such in the journey of a venture developer.
Okay, so I'll tell a very interesting.
And be a bit louder, Rajat, okay. A little bit louder. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll tell you a very good observation which I've seen as a part of my journey. So when we start, so the stage before your you have a prototype in your hand, so we can actually see measure that time frame as a value of that. Okay. So for an example, I'm a starter, I'm a startup founder, okay, and I'm going to start any, company, which is going to develop any XYZ product, okay. Till the product is there in my hand and customers are willing to buy that product, before that, the whole, journey is actually a value of that. And what role incubator can play is just to hold your hand through the travel of this whole value of debt. So this is the very simple, you can say, the definition. As a student, whatever the resources required by the student, in like mentorship, infrastructure, access to the university resources, these things play a key role, in the product development in the early stage, and definitely this fund, seed fund, So these things should be, expected by a startup, and these are the major things, apart from the hand holding, which are offered by an incubator to the startup to, to actually kickstart the journey.
Great, thanks. And one, last year on a closer note, I would like you to share your thought to these friends, all of these new guys in that particular case. What is one piece of advice which you would like to give them as a parting advice to, because they are right now a clean slate, okay? Nothing is on their brain. They are just exploring the idea. They are just toying around with something. Maybe there's something on their head. So one piece of advice which you would like to share with them before going.
एक बहुत सिंपल सा तरीका होता है when we don't know everything or details of any action which we are going to do. Hit and trial method. मैं बात कर रहा हूँ ECG मशीन बनानी है, बना के देखो आपको क्लैरिटी आ जाएगी. आप बात कर रहे हो मुझे एक माइक बनाना है, बना के तो देखो तब आपको क्लैरिटी आएगी. So just don't plan everything. Things happen without planning also, and everything is everything depends on your actions, on your execution. Just go and execute right now. This is the right time to execute your thoughts, and then you will get to know, okay, what are the difficulties, what are the the journey time frame, and both it takes to complete a product or build a company. Yeah, that's it.
Well said, Rajat. Go and execute. That is the message, my dear friends. You know, just thinking on the head, ki, I will do that, I will do those things, is not going to help. You have to go out, work for that particular thing, see, test it out. It may fail, it may succeed, that is fine. But until unless you do it, you are not going to do that. So, my dear friend, this was Rajat Jain. Thanks, Rajat. Thanks a lot for coming and giving this time. We wanted this, interaction to be short and crisp, so that they just get an idea of it. And we will be sharing your video with all of these students, that how the product is going on. So thank you guys. Thanks, Rajat. It was very nice talking to you. Looking forward to interact with you more. Bye.
Thanks for having me.